everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterback against the Packers. With that, let's get you up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. Here's the backup running back, Carlos Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. Throwing, Hundley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Hundley. Wide open receiver complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
Seven yards to go on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect them.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get 3 up to midfield. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Dayon Buchanan was drafted as a safety, but makes many of his plays as a linebacker in their scheme.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position. It's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Black round. Here we go.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go.
Throwing, Hundley. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
It's taken to the 26. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over, I guess.
You didn't turn it over. Right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now Hundley looking for his running back, and he's got it. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving. You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll take it across midfield and down.
And they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Green Bay first down.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Here we go now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go. Blue, land it.
He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. To shake off the interception from the last drive, he'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Williams. Cut back to the left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So often you hear about teams trying to avoid the middle when they're working against a true 3-4 defense because the nose is so hard to move. Which side do you block him to? How do you get him out of the middle? Well, some teams will double team. Some teams have a good center that can move a guy. But if you can control him, that takes away whatever the rest of the force guys are trying to do to you, because once they get to the play, you usually overwhelm them with your own blockers, and that creates some space.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Throwing, Hundley. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Hundley. And avoids the contact by sliding. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run. This is Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. to throw. Flush to his right. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
And with that penalty, the offense in a tough spot here, 3rd and 13.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Looked like they had a window to get that in there, but a good job rallying defensively.
Excellent timing. No pass interference. The hit jars it loose. And now
a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Catanzero's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Now let's go. Green. No, check. Patriot. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And they got 29 yards there. And it'll give the Packers a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd down following the run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Throwing, Hundley. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now Hundley. It's caught. Nelson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. 2nd down now after the pass completion. They come up in an offset eye. They're going to look to throw. And this is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
This is taken at the 15. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now they're...
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
But that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Second down and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Backing up. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here we go. Come on, let's go.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Here we go.
Throwing, Hundley. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Hundley. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Back now at Lambeau. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, +3.
Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And Jones has it over the middle. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And now they're in the hurry-up. He'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
One receiver left, two to the right. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Step, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
Here we go!
Out of the gun now on third down. It's caught. Jones. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Julio Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Fake. They'll look to throw. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He'll look to throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 3 yards to go here on second down.
Now let's go. Detroit. Leopard.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Detroit! Here we go now.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And he gets this one away, and it's got some hang time to it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, bounced right back on it, keeps possession. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards on the play. Fresh set of downs here. Throwing, Hundley. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And the Cards are going to have a first down. Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
Now Hundley. Going down the middle, and it's complete. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll give the Cardinals a first down. And quickly, they get to the line. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. And now it's second down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. This to get it back to a one-score game. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC champion. Game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And they go backwards. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
Let's go!
Back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2.
Let's go! What?
They'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, that a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. You got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Second down following the incompletion. And they're going to go soft on the corners. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep. A crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs